Hello, Mr. Sanders and everybody else watching. Disregard her. So we just gonna share this screen right quick. And there we go. This is my aunt, and that's me. We're gonna go here. This is some other stuff that I'ma just close all of it out. So I can get to Moodle, and so I can actually open the test. Log in. Sorry, hold up. Trying to get my iPad from under here. Okay. I also have this sitting on top of a puzzle, which is crazy. Cancel. Okay. Is this the right one? Midterm. Oh, that's the wrong link. Midterm exam. And we're gonna open it up in the Word document right here. All right. So this is the test here. We're gonna just get started. We're gonna fly through this. Well, not really fly through it, but we're gonna take our time and put in the right answers and stuff. See what I'm saying? I'm gonna delete some of this line so it all be on the same line. Let's see, September 21st, 22nd, 2020. And okay, so using Zoom, you must record yourself, take your time, look at YouTube, explain how to record yourself. I must see you taking, upload it, all of that. We understand all of that. So, you have PKG about Deion Sanders, Riot Anchor Lead. So I said, spirits. I'm just gonna take all of these lines out real quick, but I will do the underline though. Spirits and expectations are high as Jackson State introduces its new head football coach, Hall of Famer Deion Sanders, and it has the entire campus excited. Oh wait. All right. Number 2. What is a kicker? Oh wait, hold up. Let's put another space in between there. Let's add one more space in between there. I said a kicker is a story at the end of a newscast that isn't as intense as the headlines. It is meant to put a light ending to the Okay, so basically what a kicker is, you put it at Basically, what a kicker is a story that you put at the end of the newscast. It's like a light story. So you have all these stories about death and all this bad stuff like the fires, COVID-19, all this death and all of this stuff, fires and crime and everything. And then you'll add something, a story at the end of the newscast that's probably like a firefighter rescuing a cat from the tree to end off on a good note, a positive note. Because like newscasts can be so depressing if you watch the whole thing sometimes, but you always want to leave your viewers off, I guess you can say, for lack of a better word, in a good mood. So write a bump for a kicker. Now I think this was a trick question because, oh look, there's supposed to be a 3 right there, I think. Oh look, 3. We're gonna turn off that underline real quick. Okay, now 3. What is a kicker? A kicker. Oh, write a bump for a kicker. Excuse me. Um, this was a trick question, I thought, because if a kicker comes at the end of a story, then you don't have really a bump for the kicker unless you're writing the bump before the kicker and you introducing that kicker. But I just wrote this as if it was a trick question. If a kicker is the final story in the newscast, a bump cannot follow. On to the next one. What was your pre-production? What was the pre-production of your newscast? My particular pre-production process included, let's see, pre-production included, excuse me, coming up with possible news stories such as the PS5 showcase and doing research on the event. So when I say like my pre-production process was coming up with possible stories, I go through and I think of stories that I want to come up with, and I thought about doing a story on the news, on the PS5 showcase, which was something that I was personally interested in, which I think is really important. Doing stories that you're mostly interested in, because if you're not going to do something you're interested in, then you're really not going to want to do it at all. So I did it on the PS5 newscast and showcase, the PS5 showcase, and then I ended up having to wait for them to release the showcase and watching it, which was really good. Excuse me. Let's scroll down. I'm gonna just get rid of all of that there, and, and I'm gonna do the underline again. It says, what was the production of your newscast? Production included using my iPad to record my audio in the voice memo app, and then editing the audio in Adobe Premiere Rush. And Adobe Premiere Rush is just like Adobe Premiere, but it's the iPad. It's like an app version of Adobe Premiere. It's not the iPad version because you can use it on iPhone, but it's just a smaller version of Adobe Premiere. What was the post-production of your newscast? Okay. Post-production involved post-production involved logging into YouTube YouTube to upload my video to the mass YouTube. I'm gonna use mass communication. And here we go. Next, it says write an anchor lead for this test. My anchor lead was it's that time of year again for college midterms. Those students are taking them from home this year. It still has some stress easy. Something slight, thought provoking. You feel me? Write a push for this test. My push says for more. Oh my nose. My mustache hairs be going up into my nose sometimes. For more information on how to take your midterm, log into your Moodle account or contact Carlos Sanders at, and then I'm gonna just put these at yeah. I don't want to put your email up there because I'm sure you don't want everybody knowing your email. I put your email on my paper. I guess I could submit that. Do we have to, or is? I guess we do have to submit that. So I guess I'll submit this along with. Well, no, this is just this. Well, it's supposed to be an email. I didn't want to put your email in there, Mr. Sanders, because everybody don't need to be having your email. I'm sure everybody that's probably gonna watch this has your email anyway, but write a headline for this test. I call this test midterm. The headline for this test would be midterm exam. I think that would be thought provoking. Be like midterm home edition. Like, what makes this the home edition? Don't laugh. When are blocks needed? Blocks are needed really in every newscast because, let's see. I said blocks are needed in every newscast and rundown on your story. Okay. What was your TRT? CRT stands for total runtime, of course. My total runtime was about 9 minutes and 32 seconds. This, well, it's kind of weird. I just put the total runtime. Usually your total runtime is, with your leads, your sites, your VOs, and your tags and your bumps and everything. How long is your total runtime? How long would your total newscast be? But the way we did it is how we basically had to record ourselves without doing what is it? The Without doing the VO, no, without doing the SOTs. So my total runtime came out to this, and I'm sure once you add VOs and everything, like you get a longer runtime. But this is how long my total runtime was without. Whoa, hold up. This is how long my total runtime was without my SOTs and interviews and everything. I had to plug my computer up. This is my total runtime without SOTs. Period. All right. What is the difference between a reporter and a journalist? Let's an example. This one was kind of tough. I think this is probably the toughest question for me because I was trying to figure out what's the difference. But a journalist is a person that is responsible for going out to get the story. Going out to get the story. The reporter is responsible for delivering the story to as television, news, television, news, radio, etc. And you said, list an example of a journalist that is not a reporter. I think what I put is Lavelle. I say Lavelle is a journalist because he goes around. He goes, but journalist. He's a journalist. He's not journalist. Excuse me. It's not correcting. Oh, did I spell it wrong? No, it just didn't correct it. Is a journalist because he goes around campus to get stories. But he isn't the person delivering the story. The news. Right? I also gave another example. I don't know if this example is but I think it's a pretty good example because she's a journalist, she's not a reporter. But Lois Lane, from DC Comics, Superman's girlfriend, she's a journalist because she goes around and she gets these stories. She puts herself in all these predicaments and then expects Superman to come and save her. But technically she is a journalist, not a reporter. Is also considered a journalist because she is the one going out to the store. But she doesn't necessarily deliver the story. Write a tag for this test. I did not underline any of this, so I'm gonna just go back and I think I spelled Lavelle's name right. Levell. Thank you so much. Sorry again for the hassle. It's cool. It's cool. All right, tag for the test. I said B. So a tag is basically what you put at the end of a story that gives like an extra detail that's not really necessary in explaining the story, but you can add it. I said because of the COVID-19 pandemic, fall semester has been abbreviated. So students are taking midterm sooner than usual. Cool. I hope this is neat enough. I'm gonna skip number 14 for right now because I gotta go and get that document off my iPad and then put it on here so I can copy and paste those newscasts. I've been working from my iPad mostly this semester, so a lot of my stuff is just on there. What is it? What is interlace and progressive scanning? Okay, interlace scanning is when an electron or electron beam and every other line produce an image. And this has to do with cameras and like television, like broadcast, you know, like when you take your camera and you're shooting the image to broadcast the TV, and there are two types of scanning. You got the interlace and then you got progressive. And progressive, like I said, it scans every other line when trying to produce an image, versus progressive scanning is when the electron beam scans every line in a sequence to produce excuse my terrible typing skills. And we're gonna underline that. And now we just got this last one. I'm gonna just go on here, copy and paste the headlines from your second newscast. So I just have to get my newscast stuff off of my iPad. Where is it? Okay. So these are my headlines here. You can see they're at the top. I'm gonna take this file here. So there. And I just want to share it. I'm gonna share it by airdropping it to the computer. If it'll work like that. Maybe I just have to email it to myself because usually it'll pop up. Okay, I'm gonna just email it to myself. Now I'm gonna just hop over here to my email real quick. here, and we're gonna open rundown because this is where I got my news ideas from, of course. Right here. We're gonna download it and then open it. Copy. I got the Mississippi prison drone. Oh no. Copy. Paste this. Then I'm gonna put that there so you know that there's some separation between there. Yeah. Okay, so I changed the name of the first one to Mississippi Prison Drone Smugglers Arrested. The second story is Tropical Storm Sally to impact metro area. Copy, paste it. And the next story was Metro Jackson braces for Tropical Storm Sally. Next story headline was PS5 showcase on Wednesday. I tried to be as creative with these as possible. But I know like creative titles keep people intrigued and want to read the story. So I called it PlayStation 5 Showcase. Or not? Question mark. And my last headline is Funko Inc. announces VirtualCon 4.0. Paste. Let's go over. And I said New York Comic Con virtual edition. It's kind of a lame title, but it was just something else. I don't really like that title. I really couldn't think of anything better, but underline, and there we go. That's everything there, and that's the end of the test. But I just want to thank everybody for watching, and yeah, thank you for the opportunity to do this test, Mr. Sams. Wait. Maybe I should